Kumar Menon, the man of a smile always, and a pleasure and happiness. It's all his credit to him. And I can see a galaxy of leaders, the current Executive Vice President, Anshu Sharaf, the past Executive Vice President, Ankush Gupta, the past Executive Vice President, Raki Jain, and I can see the past Executive Vice Presidents from in Kerala and other part of India. And I can find a lot of friends from other part of India also, Pramod Wagh, the past zone president, and I can see immediate past zone president I get friends from Gujarat. It's fantastic, my dear friends, to have you all for this program on community development. When Vamanji offered this, I grabbed it. In fact, Vamanji, I have to say that, because individual development, it's fine, right? Doing it, what is training, all that. But when he said community development, I immediately grabbed it, and the first response was, yes, sir. So friends, I'm here to speak about for the next 30 minutes on community development. It is 8:27. I'll be going till 9 o'clock. That 33 minutes I'm going to speak about this, right? Friends, I like to share some of the info so that it can be very useful for you guys. Community development, the responsibility of active citizen, right? JCI runs on the word called active citizens and the community, and we use a word called community development, right? We don't use a word called service. We don't use a word called community service. We use a word called development. See, look at how beautifully JCI has worked out. Individual development, management development, growth and development, community development. We work on something called development, right? Development means moving from one level to the next level, which means growth, And growth requires a lot of understanding, right? Growth requires to work on the roots so that the growth comes and the fruit is guaranteed, my dear friends. And let me ask you a simple question. What is community development? If you have a chat box, you can use it. Otherwise, also, I'm going to move forward, right? What is community development? According to you, what do you mean by community development? What do you understand by this two word called community development? You can use your chat box exhaustively, right, my dear friends. It is going to be in a sort of a discussion between you and me, so that we can learn something. What do you learn? What do you know? You can share with me. And Sambhaji was the first person to say, doing something for the community benefit. That is the key word. His social service. Agrawal says that. Ishan says that development. Okay, thank you. Ankush Gupta says identifying the local problem in the society. Thank you very much, my dear friends, all your answers. Let me get some answers from the great leaders here, right? What Abraham Lincoln or George Bernatchez or some leaders like that speaks about. Let me start with George Bernatchez. George Bernatchez, what is he says about community development? I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community. As long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can. See, George Bernatchez is considered as one of the great thinkers of an English literature from England, and he says that I am from the society and I am for the society, right? He says that I am from the community, I have to give back to the community. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that we are not an individual which are detached from the community. We are part of this community. We should understand what George Bernatchez says, that I am from there and I wanted to give back to there. That is the opinion of George Bernatchez. That's wonderful to know about it, and my dear friends. And people ask George Bernatchez, what is your contribution to the community? He said, I help community to develop in terms of the language and in the terms of right thinking. He says that his concept is thinking right is called community development according to George Bernatchez. And what is community development according to Gandhi? Gandhi says in a beautiful way that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others, right? The best way to find yourself to lose yourself in the service of others, right? You do some service to the society in the name of development. Gandhi says that is the best way to identify thyself. So according to Gandhi, what I mean by the development, he says, somebody asked Gandhi, Mr. Gandhi, what do you mean by a development? And he says that I call it as a development where a village is with all comfort and no theft and good habits, and that I call it as a development. And he says that the development comes when a human develops. Development comes when the human develops. That is the opinion of Gandhi as of a community development is concerned. And what is this great gentleman says about community development? Martin Luther King Jr. says, life most persistent and urgent question. Look at the statement he's using. Life most persistent and urgent question is, whatever you're doing for others, right? Whatever you're doing for others, my dear friends, these are the opinions of these people, which are the great thinkers of the world who made the changes. And I'm asking you, what does community development means according to you? I can tell you, my dear friends, in addition to the answers, we can say community development is a process. That is the key word. Please understand. It's a process where people come together and work together and make a change in the society. And that change is going towards a permanent and sustainable change, right? It's a process. It is like an agriculture, right? It is like a growing a plant. You grow in what is the community development? You sow a seed. You sow a seed, and the seed is seen to grow into a plant, and plant into a tree, and tree into a fruit-bearing tree, and the fruit is being enjoyed. That is called community development. That is called community development, which we can call it. Let me ask you very serious questions now, right? What you have done for the community so far? Can you answer me, my dear question? Friends, what you have done for the community? See, I want the answer from you all people. See, the shirt you wear is taken from the community. The spectacle you wear is taken from the community. The food you had is taken from the community. The tea you tasted is taken from the community. The slipper you are wearing is taken from the community. Everything which is near you and around you is taken from the community. You are 40 years or 30 years or for 100 years, everything you are taken from the community. My question is, I'm not asking you what you have donated, my dear friends. I am asking you, donation. People call it as a blood donation. I donated food. That is a shame on our part, I can tell you, my dear friends. You don't have a right to donate anybody. Please understand. Donation is a cheap word to be used. We have taken it as our responsibility to give back to the society. We are not parasites. We are responsible citizens. Where parasite is something which takes and gives no reason to us, right? We are not parasites. Parasite sucks the blood from the others. We are human beings. We are sixth sense human beings who uses the sixth sense. We cannot donate to the society. Donation is a bad word, I can tell you. We give back to the society, I'll tell you, my dear friend. It is our responsibility to give back to the society. Thank you, Sambhaji, for giving a blood. And he says, I give medicine and I give vaccinations. I give back to the society. And I'm telling you, my dear friends, I'm again making it. Deepak says that gave jobs, high income and life to many people. I have given job to many people. And Meenakshi Gupta says, I have ability to contribute my service to society. He says, I'll make it still more clear so that we can think better in a bigger way. I'm showing something here. I wanted to tell about a honeybee, my dear friends. The educators say that no bees, no fruits. Hello, you all with me? No bees, no fruits, and no bees, no nuts, no bees, no vegetables, and put it in a very simple way, no bees, no food for human beings. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? This small honeybee contributes to the society. We know honeybee means honey alone. What is the contribution of honeybees to this society? What is the contribution to this world? No bees, no world. No bees, no world. Can you guess? Can you guess, my dear friends, all educated people who are here? Please give me an answer. Don't Google it. Your guess, I'm asking it. If you imagine a world without a bee, can you tell me how many years the world can exist? There is no bees in this world. There is no honeybees in this world. Can you guess how many years the world can exist? Can you tell me how many years the world can exist? Can anybody say that how many years the world can exist? Can anybody can judge and give me an answer? How many years the world can exist without a human being? Sorry, without a honeybee. That's my question. A guess. Let me see who is giving the first guess. Not even a single day. No, Sheetal. It is 3 years. That's a nearby answer, Sambhaji. That is a nearby answer, son. And Meenakshi Gupta says 50 years. I'll tell you, my dear friends, if there is no bee, science says that the world will come to an end on the 4th year. On the 4th year, the world will come to the end and the world is collapsed. The earth is closed. You know what? This honeybee, why it means so? 85% of the plants exist because of the bees. 100 food crops are pollinated because of the bees. And 1/3 of all foods we eat because of the bees. I say, save the bees, my dear friend. So my question is, you are bigger, a bee is bigger. That's my question, my dear friend. You contributed bigger way, or the bees contributed bigger way in the community development? Tell me, my dear. Please tell me. If you say that you contributed the bigger way, a small bee is contributing in the existence of the world, but we have not done it, my dear friends. And let me ask you some more questions here. Can you guess which one I am speaking about here? Can you guess which one I am speaking? It covers 70% of the earth, and it produces 50% of the oxygen. And you know, this is the place where 99% of the habitants are living, and this is called the world, the earth body, in which we call it as the ocean, my dear friends. Oxygen provided from this ocean is 50%. How much you have given back to the ocean? How much you have given back to the oxygen? How much you have given back to the bees? How much you have given back to the nature? I'm asking you a very serious question. It's a very serious question. How many years, please, Ramanji, I like to have an answer from you. Please try it. It's a guess, my dear friends. Vasuji, can you give me an answer? Arpit or Ram, please try it out and give me an answer. What is the answer for this? How many years the earth will live without human beings? Can you guess, my dear friends? An earth without human beings, can you guess? Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Anto says infinity. Thank you very much, Anto. But science says, anybody can say, sir. Somebody says, no idea. Meenakshi says, forever. I mean, people say that forever, right? People say ever. People say that ever. That's a beautiful thinking, my dear friends. We are going back only based to ocean. I'll tell you, my dear friends, science says that the world can exist without a human being, not for one, not for two, not for 3 years, not for 4 years, not for 5 years, not for 6 years, not for 7 years. It is 7 million years. 7 million years. Can you believe it? A small bee, you cannot live without a small bee for 4 years. But the world can live without you for 7 million years. That means the world doesn't require you and me. But we take too much. But we give very less. And I can say zero, my God. We fail to give to the society. We fail to give to the community. The world will exist. The world without us look like this. I'll tell you, my friend. It's a very serious question. And you just imagine the table you're sitting is taken from this community. The pen you use is taken from this community. What you are given back? Are we people who are takers? There is a beautiful saying in English. Takers eat well, givers sleep well. I repeat. Takers eat well, givers sleep well. How much you are given back to the society? Now I'm asking you, what you have done for the community? Please answer me, my dear. Have you done anything to your community? You say that I have given a medicine, I have given a food, I have given a job. You are given to the humanity, my dear friends. You are not given to the community. Community means not human beings alone. Community is a combination of living things and non-living things, and the nature and the existence and the environment, the ambience in which you live is called as community. That's what I'm calling. Please understand, my dear friends. It is not that you and me is called community. I am a JC, you are a JC. It's not just a community. You and me, the place you use, the food we eat, the environment we live, the ambience we are enjoying, and the oxygen we are inhaling, it's called community, my dear friends. Please understand, it's a bigger term. And what is your contribution? Nothing. It's almost zero. Sometimes minus. You say that, sir, I have donated 50,000 rupees for an orphanage. You are given to another human being. That's not a service. That is not a development. What this development is all about? It's a commitment. It's a commitment to behave ethically, my dear. It is a commitment to behave ethically. You ethically begin. My question, LOM principles, the LOMs, please understand, the LOM presidents, the zone presidents, the future leaders and the present leaders, the past leaders, I am appealing to you, my dear friends. CD refers to community development projects. I'll tell you, community development project is to behave ethically. I'll tell you, my dear friends. We have a great credit of myself, Amanji, Arpit and Ram, and many people have a great credit to say that we are the beginners of Samadhan project. Samadhan project is not a construction of a toilet block alone. It is a construction of a toilet block for the needy people, and we call it as a women folk. 80% of the women folk of India is not going for a job or not getting educated. The reason is the workforce is wasted. We thought about it. And we went to the schools and we educated. And we constructed the toilet box. You know what? the number of students who are getting dropped out of the school have drastically come down. And the report was submitted to the JCI World. And JCI World was taking all the reports for the past 100 years. And they came out with an award, the project which has impacted the world for the past 100 years from India. Samadhan was awarded by reason. We are not doing a project for a society which is glamorous. You do a project for 50 rupees and spend 50,000 rupees for glamour. No, that is not project. It should have ethical values. You do it the project in such a way people never remember your face. Contribution to community development. A commitment to improve the quality of the life of an individual, life of a family, a life of a local community, and a society at large. This is called community development commitment. I am asking you, your long and long presidents, it may be late or never in the past, but today or tomorrow, you should do a project which will change the world in a big way. Have you done that? And where to start? That's always a question comes to my mind. Where to start? The starting point is always our challenge. Where to start? I can tell you, my dear friend, to do in a community development project, there are 3 P's. The first P I can call here is, this is the first P, people. Let's start from us. The social well-being and equal opportunities is the first community development we have to do it. The social, I'll tell you in a life experience which I've done it in my own lawn. I'll tell you, my dear friends, we constructed the toilet block and we are so proud to say that we have done the project, and we went to the state government school and asked the question, and they said that the students will drop out, has practically come out, but still students get dropped out. I asked why. The students don't come during the menstruation period, the periods, the women, the girl students don't come. I asked that we give sanitary napkins, we gave them sanitary burning machines, and we gave everything free, and we gave toilets, we gave them water to cleaning things. But still students don't come. I was asking the question, and they said, sir, I don't know why. I know, my dear friends, whenever you do in a community development project, you ask the question, why? And you ask why the students are not coming, why the students are. I'll tell you, it's a shocking news, my dear friends. I am ashamed personally, as a social human being, to listen to this. You know what? They got enough free sanitary napkins, they got a toilet, they got enough water, but they didn't have enough innerwear to use it because it gets spoiled. Can you believe it, my dear friends? Then my mom took up the project and we started donating silently this. The children cannot afford to have an innerwear which can be spoiled because of a sanitary napkin. That's a shocking news. By asking a why, start with the people, a social well-being starts there, and equal opportunities to given. What is the social well-being? And then giving an innerwear so that they are comfortable. What is the equal opportunity by doing this project? They have an education to learn, and if you educate one girl, it is a change in the human society, I can tell you. It starts with people. The second, it starts with planets. The second P, I can call it as a planet. Protecting the environment and conserving the natural resource. There, somebody in a meeting stood up and said that I save nature. You would have heard the word, no? Save Earth. What is it? Save Earth. Are you all hearing this? Save Earth. People say save Earth, and people say serve nature. I say it's a human arrogance to say. It's a human arrogance to say save Earth. It's a human ego to super ego to say that save nature. Who are we to say that? Who are we to save the nature? The world can exist without us for 7 million years. You say that I save Earth. That's a shame to say. I'll tell you, my dear friend. Stop misusing it. Stop misusing it. Nature saves us, my dear friend. It is not that you save it. You put a slogan tomorrow in your long project. It is an arrogance of a human to the ultimate. Telling the Mother Earth, I am saving you. You are nothing with this Mother Earth, I'll tell you. And our COVID lockdown would have given us all the answers. So protecting the environment and conserve natural resources. The next P. And I am giving the third P. Prosperity. What does this prosperity mean? I am sure the economic prosperity. Economic prosperity for all and continuity in this. I'll tell you my difference. Economic prosperity. And economic prosperity is the mantra of a JCI. And you know what JCI believes? If somebody is hungry, don't give them a fish. Teach them how to fish. If somebody comes to you and says that I need a 3 square meal a day, give him a 3 square meal a day. Don't stop there. Teach him how to earn for the 3 square meal a day. That is the secret of JCI. Our community development should always work on the word called prosper. Work on these 3 P's. Where people is involved, where planet is involved, where prosperity is involved. I can tell you, my dear friends, this is the way it's all moved forward. This is a project I wanted to give an example which JCI has made. You know what this project is called? The project is from Cambodia, right? Project is from Cambodia. Back to school project. They took 1,000 students, my dear friends. They took 1,000 students. And you know what is their commitment? Their commitment is not just 2020 alone. Their commitment is till 2030. They started this project in 2015 and they said they are going to run this project for 15 years and see these 1,000 students become a responsible, active citizens of this world. The terms of education. You know what the results started coming up? They produce engineers. They produce doctors. They produce entrepreneurs. If you create one engineer, you're designing the world. When you create one doctor, you're creating the safety of the world. Why, dear friends? This is called sustainable. This is called community. Absolutely, this is a classical example of community. It is not community development means a distribution of food, or distribution of another, we call it, right? And if you say that I donated this, I gave 50,000 rupees, I gave a mask, I gave a shirt, I gave a shoe, I gave a spectacles, I gave a medicine, I gave a that is not that is a donation, my dear. The world is not looking for a donation. The world is looking for a human being to give an helping hand so that they can develop. It's really also mathematics. The tree is known for using the roots and spreading the roots. Look at that. Normally, trees root go deeper, but this tree roots goes wide. And the study says this tree has never fallen in spite of. Yes, why? If you grow deeper, you can push with 1 or 2 trees. But if you go wider, the 3 roots, there is a right tree and the left tree. It joins the root with the next tree and they are united together. And the entire trees of this species start circling the roots of the next tree of the same species and knit together. And when the any tree is falling down, the other tree will hold it. My dear friends, when we call ourselves community. It is not that after you fall down, you go and do an appetite relief cat. If you see that there is no legacy, who is responsible? You and me are responsible. It is not that after a disaster you go and do it. You see that the human beings are kept in the same place when the disaster is not happening. I tell you, my friend, we call that community. This is what Cambodia did, and this is what we did in the name of Samadhan, which we spoke in a big way, my friends. Toilet block for a meeting which was done in the name of Connect and Care in the year 2015. I'll tell you, my friends, it has become one of the 100 projects which have created an impact on the world. I want to tell you that you just finding projects is enough. No, it has to be implemented. How to implement? Who is to implement? It is the corporate world to implement. Whose responsibility? Small business responsibility. Who organization's responsibility? Individuals' responsibility. How to do it? This is the process. If you are a law president, if you are a zone president, if you are an individual, please take a snapshot of it and a screenshot of it. It all starts with where to start in your own street. You say that I am the national president, I am the long president with the suited and booted, and you go somewhere and you do something and people don't remember you, and people say that Mr. Subramanian always come late for the meeting, late come to the home after a meeting. I don't know where this guy is going and coming. That is not community development. In your own street, you made a change by understanding and bringing the awareness to the people of the street and developing a community development plan and informing the stakeholders and implementing the plan and following with them and creating an evaluation and see that it becoming a sustainable training, a sustainable community development project. I'll tell you, my dear friends, that is the change which the world is looking for. I wanted to tell you, this statement is right or wrong. I like to have the answer from you. What I've given is right or wrong. I like to have the answer from you. I want you people at least now to use your chat box and give me the answers. Please, give me the answers. Is this statement is right or wrong? We did not inherit the earth from the parents. Am I right? Yes or no? Yes or no? We did not inherited the earth from the planet. Right? We did not inherit the earth from our parents. It is not our parents' property. It is not that our parents gave us. Deepak said, we borrowed it. Yes, my dear friends. We are borrowing it from our children. Please remember. We have not taken it. It is not the property Vamanji is giving to the two daughters. It is not Subramanian giving the property to the two daughters. We are borrowing it from our daughters. We are borrowing it from our children, my dear friends. And their children. We are borrowing it from the great. And we don't have the rights to spoil that. If you spoil it, you are dying as a debt maker. If you create in a safe environment, I'll tell you, my dear friends, you are created in a society as each person's commitment to do it. A very famous in English American literature story, which we all know it, that there is a boy making a difference in the seaside and he is throwing the starfish, and somebody went to him and asked, what are you doing? I'm throwing the starfish so that they will not die. My son, it is not possible. There are thousands of starfish which you cannot help it. But he says, I can help with at least one. After throwing another one in the ocean, the boy said, it makes a difference for this one. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls and the friends and leaders of tomorrow and present, I am asking you, make the difference and commit to the action. Thank you. Over to Vamanji. It's 30 minutes done, sir.
Yeah, yes, as usual, that was really a very powerful presentation. It is rather the new perspective about what is actually meant by community development.